What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing general curse breaker placements. And this is going in depth from part 1 and also part 3. 2. This is part 3. So, Moon square Mercury. Emotions were not safe to express in childhood. They might have had problems making decisions, constantly swinging back and forth between their mind and their heart. They could learn, they can lean on to belief systems and coping skills, even when they know it doesn't work. So after a while, they'll be forced to change their approach on how they deal with their emotions, thus breaking toxic curses, toxic cycles learned in childhood. Okay, so these individuals in childhood, okay, had a difficult time with pinpointing what they're thinking about and what they are feeling on an emotional level when it comes to their heart. Okay, um, we already know that it was hard for these people, extremely hard for these people to express their feelings, their emotions. They could have been dismissed and shunned. Okay, growing up, these people have a lot of views, a lot of beliefs. Okay, sometimes to the point where they might be pushing what they think onto you for you to think how they think. Okay, so the cycle is to not do those things and let people also have their views and opinions on whatever it is. Okay, Saturn in the 12th house, Saturn in Pisces. So wounds here could be attributed to past life trauma, but it's usually agitated in childhood. Okay, so just going back, Saturn in the 12th house, Saturn in Pisces people, a lot of their trauma is coming from their past life, things that they endured in their past life. Okay, now as growing up as a child, they're also going to endure other things, go through other things. These individuals are really hard on themselves and believe they don't deserve anything good in life. Okay, this is something to change when it comes to the way that you're thinking or the way that you're viewing things. Okay, you deserve all the best in life, just like everybody else does that's here. So there's potential for memory suppression and a tendency to disassociate. Absent father figures are common with displacement. So their fathers could have been in jail, incarcerated. Their fathers could have passed away early on in life. Their fathers could have just been not around or not consistent enough in the child's life. So when they prioritize their mental health and work towards healing, they break generational curses. Okay, so now we also have Aquarius placements, Aquarius stelliums, so to speak. These people are often tasked with pursuing their own path and deviating from the norm. Therefore, they struggle with trauma in childhood. They might have been bullied for their uniqueness or their unique interests. They could be the family outcast, okay, the black sheep of the family. They can be very much different than their family members, their siblings, and just the people that they were with in general. So whatever it is, they take their own path. They might break familial, they might break the family's expectations that have been heard. I can't even pronounce this. That could be passed down from generations to generations. Okay, so whatever the families are going through, okay, they can be the ones that can break that thing that kept going on and on and on and on. Okay, so therefore, breaking the cycle. Pluto. We have Pluto in Scorpio and Pluto in the 8th house, men and women. So generally, this is one placement, okay, that has to deal with generally this is one placement where these people are actually usually raised by baby boomers when it comes to their parents. So Pluto in Scorpio is calling out toxicity. They likely trigger their parents without even trying to. They hold up a mirror, highlighting what their parents could have been if they have broken the cycle. Okay, so these are the ones that are definitely, and this is real high when it comes to the generational curse breakers. Okay, Pluto and Scorpio people, Pluto in the 8th house people, they can be the type of children that are challenging their parents. Okay, you know how back in the days, you didn't really see a lot of that, and if you did, it was strange and unusual. Okay, so with this generation right here, they are the ones that trigger a lot of shit inside the parents. Okay, so they can argue with their parents, really go back and forth with their parents, express their views with their parents and things like that, where other kids, okay, may have felt like they couldn't have done that. Okay, Sagittarius, Mercury and Sagittarius, Mercury in the 9th house, men and women. So their word vomits their observation. A lot of times it can be done with innocent intention. However, being a callous for chaos, they open boxes that their families have desperately wanted to keep shut. Okay, so these people are more about exposure, exposing the truth, okay, sharing information, sharing knowledge, okay, which means that when it comes to secrets, okay, these people can be the ones that expose them, bring them to the forefront, bring them to the light. So they are brutally honest and carefree about discovering the truth. Sometimes they intentionally cause chaos for change, letting little bits of information or truth slip out. They can have their families in a whole chaotic storm when it comes to them questioning their entire existence. Okay? They're the voice of truth. Their family can't escape it, and they might hate them for it. So people can hate them for speaking up and speaking out. Okay, but these people are willing to do those things. They're not going to stop just because you don't like what they said. It comes out of their mouth before they have the chance to think about it. So 12th house Sagittarius Mercury individuals might have a different presentation experience of this placement. Keep that in mind. We also have Moon in Pisces or Moon in the 12th house. Okay. And Pisces rising as well is going to apply to this. These individuals can have challenging relationships with their mothers or maternal figures. They typically lack boundaries and experience pretty intense people-pleasing behaviors. Okay, so these people can go above and beyond. And as I just said, that their relationship with their mothers is going to be very much challenging. Okay, so maybe it's hard to reach her on an emotional level. Maybe she's a difficult person to talk to at times. Okay, not every single time, right? Because this is life. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but they can perceive it as a difficult time to reach her on some type of level. So they're also very different from the rest of their family members, usually. They'll be put in situations by the universe to craft their own identity and stand up for themselves. They can be the first to educate themselves on boundaries and actually implement them. So we have the 8th house sun. And then we also have sun in Scorpio, sun in the 8th house. These individuals are often used by the universe for change and upheaval. 8th house suns don't always have to do something for this to happen. Their very existence can be triggering to other people. Ain't that some shit? This is because they are usually showcasing their best qualities by simply being their true, authentic self. So this causes others to feel insecure because they begin to recognize the qualities that they lack inside of themselves. These people can make people insecure, okay, to the point where they are seeing the things that they lack within themselves. So eighth house sons, or let's say sun in the eighth house people, sun in Scorpio people, end up becoming the family scapegoat. If you're an eighth house sun, just remember that it isn't you. It's someone projecting their own problems onto you. There's power there if you know how to use it. Okay, so this is a powerful placement to have. Okay, and sometimes you may begin to think that things have to deal with you, but it has to deal with other people. It has to deal with your absolute presence being brought to the table. Okay, Neptune in the first house, Pisces rising. Uranus in the first house, Aquarius rising. Okay, so these women and men often have an air of mystery surrounding them. No one can really figure them out, so they end up having others project their assumptions about their character onto them. So this is another placement where their very existence is troubling to others because they become a sounding board for others' insecurities. Yes, and Neptune in the first house people always try to expect things out of them. Okay, this also is going to be applying to Uranus in the first house individuals. Okay, and also Aquarius rising. But people put high expectations onto these people, wanting them to be the best partner, be the best friend, the best child, the best worker. Okay, and that can be mentally draining. Okay, a lot of insecurities can be brought about with other people thinking, making assumptions on their character. Okay, when that might be very much incorrect. So I'm gonna leave this on this note for now, and in future videos to come I will go more into depth into the generational curse breakers part 3. So if anybody wants to get their chart analyzed, please hit me up. Anybody want to donate to the channel, please feel free. I do have the opposite polarity sale still going on. It is Pisces season, okay, which means Pisces, you will save $100 off your reading, and if you are a Virgo, you will be saving $50 off of your reading. Hit me up if you need more information about that. My phone number is 516-738-6042. So this is a force of nature, spiritual awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.